Hi, I'm Mick Garris. 1982 was a big year for genre movies. There was John Carpenter's The Thing, Stephen King and George Romero's Creepshow, and most importantly for us today is Poltergeist. I was lucky enough to work on two of those three movies in publicity, and I'm excited to talk about it. Poltergeist and E.T. came out within weeks of each other, and although E.T. became, at the time, the biggest movie ever, time has, in a lot of ways, been a lot kinder to Poltergeist. Spielberg made the very canny move to hire Tobe Hooper to direct the movie, having been really impressed by Hooper's genius low-budget shocker, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. One of my most amazing and memorable experiences was being on the set and watching both Spielberg and Hooper plying their trade together to make a freaking ghost story. Poltergeist is one of those movies that if I turn to it while I'm flipping around the dial, I will always end up watching the whole thing again. It's set in the usual for the time Norman Rockwell family neighborhood, a suburban everytown of the sort that Spielberg and I and most of America, it seemed, grew up in. But it is a Norman Rockwell identifiable town that goes to hell. One of the many sources of the film's power is that it is cast with terrific, natural, believable actors who were not familiar to us before we saw them in this movie. So we saw the characters in the only roles we knew them in, not the actors who played them. And it was played for real. The suspension of disbelief is a lot easier in the hands of a cast like this, so that when the shit comes down, and it does go all the way to Cuckoo Land in the final act, we're ready, willing, and able to go along with it. It's a ghost story, and a PG ghost story at that, but it's not afraid to go for universal fear. After all, its tagline is, "It knows what scares you." When the special effects finally do break out, and they break out big time, they are masterful, original, and amazing, before there was such a thing as computerized CGI. The practical effects are stunning, including simple tricks like moving a puppeted stake along the rigged routing between counter tiles, to all-out, whacked-out spirit creatures that come out of your wildest dreams. I was able to see firsthand two of these sequences come to life. The rising of the Craig Reardon corpses from the mud of the backyard pool, and the room built on a rotating rig that made everybody and everything slide into the closet with incredible speed and horror. Poltergeist has a lot of tricks up its sleeve, and the collaboration of Hooper and Spielberg with an amazing score by Jerry Goldsmith is incredibly potent.